I think one of the activities that could be helpful, Tracy, is just mapping out, putting onto paper everything that you're feeling and everything that's coming up. And instead of approaching it with the intention of trying to quell it or soften it or stop it, instead just noticing it there and allowing it to be in your world. Like, I think so often it's like when a little kid runs up to me and says, Carter, look at this thing that I just made. And they hold it up right in front of your face because they really want you to see it. I actually can't see it there. I need you to hold it back a little bit so I can fully appreciate it. Right? I actually need some space from it so I can effectively engage with what you're trying to give to me. We got to do the same thing with our own emotions sometimes. It's like, oh, okay, I want to notice this, but I just need a little bit of space right now. So I need that space to be able to just look at and see everything that's happening in front of me, instead of it just being right here and preventing me from seeing anything and reacting at all.
So true. Oh my gosh. Wow. If only I could be that zen like you just described in these moments where I have a chaotic nervous system. But the other thing is I was thinking about this today because I knew we were going to be having this conversation, is that the nervous system alerts in positive ways as well. Like if you have a person who sends you an email and maybe you're looking forward to hearing from that person and you see the email, your nervous system can alert in a positive way too, which helps you to, I don't know, feel some good emotions instead of some scary ones.
Like, Tracy, that's a great point, because we can enjoy our emotions. For so many people that come to clinical attention, they're coming because emotions are so far from enjoyable, they're actually just painful. And it's overwhelmingly painful. And that's why they need help. But we can learn to enjoy our emotions. You think people go to the movies to get scared? Like around Halloween, people pay their money to go get their pants scared off of them.
Yeah.
Like, to get that reaction that the IRS could have given you for free.
Oh no.
What's up?
I paid for this.
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, I think that tells me that we can enjoy our nervous systems and we can enjoy these processes if we learn how to navigate them in the right times and places and spaces.
Well, do you have any tips as far as that goes, as far as what people can do? I know you said about notice and meet it with curiosity and allow space for it, like maybe take a little bit of a broader view, step back. Is there any other thing that you think that may help people, help them to just navigate the complex nervous system that we all experience?
So, to give a very cheesy therapist-y answer, if you'll allow me, what I want to say and what comes to mind is, like, if you can learn to love those parts of yourself, they help make you unique. They make you you. And even though they can show up in very dysfunctional ways, there is a reason that your nervous system has that capacity. It may just be a little misplaced. So if we can start from a place of like, oh my gosh, I'm getting hit with this whoosh, it's overwhelming, I want to scream, and just start with, okay, yep, I get that. I see that in me. That's okay. I appreciate this showing up right now. But, maybe you can talk to me and give me 6 to 8 inches from my face so I can look at everything else that's going on and we can learn to navigate this together. I think it starts from that place of compassion, not that place of like, I got to control it, I got to stop it, because that just leads to more tension.
So maybe we've been approaching this all wrong in the first place, right? Because we don't want to mess with what is, right?
Yeah. That's so hard, right? Because oftentimes what is what's been causing so much pain and distress.
Right. Well, do you have anything to share as far as like your like even most embarrassing moment or like when your nervous system lights up? I know I've shared a couple of mine, so I don't know if you have one. If you don't want to share any of yours, that's fine. But just thought I'd open the door to
Yeah.
any of the
Oh,
nervous system light ups that you have, and you can use Target if you'd like, because I apparently
mhm,
we've been kind of capping on Target a little bit, but yeah.
mhm. What I think I've learned is when I was just with my family over Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. Were there some things that got stepped on, probably without even anybody really intending those things to happen, you know?
Mm,
But what I realized, and I want to honor the fact that like we can't always do this in the moment, right? Like as Tracy, you and me are talking here, right? I totally get it's not always going to be possible to like ask for that 6 to 12 inches, meet ourselves with compassion and curiosity. Like that's not always doable. And I totally get that. Sometimes it's just noticing it in the moment and flagging it to come back to later and setting that intention and commitment. Sometimes I think
mhm.
it's even setting the intention and commitment like, oh, you know what, I'm going to make that appointment with Tracy or Carter and I'm going to go seek out a spot where I can talk to somebody else about this and get some help navigating it with me. So much comes to mind. I mean, even over Christmas or over the Thanksgiving holiday with my own family, just the some of the thoughts and feelings of like when I was a little kid being told what to do, you know, I mean, that so quickly pops back in.
Mm,
And that, childlike desire to have to find autonomy and to navigate the world independently and to feel independent. Oh, it all came flooding back at times.
whooshing even
Yes.
possibly.
Yes. Wishing.
Well, if your nervous system could give our audience one piece of advice, what would it give us? Your own nervous system.
Mm. If I could give a piece of advice, I think what I'm feeling like I have a part of me that wants to really say and add in here is it's normal not to be able to meet these intense emotions and feelings with that curiosity and compassion. And if you can't do that, whatever it is that's showing up, maybe it's anger, maybe it's frustration, maybe it's depression or sadness, that in and of itself is your nervous system generating a response and telling you something that you can be curious about. Like the fact that I get frustrated at my frustration towards my little sister is a part of that complex web that our nervous system has built to help us navigate the world.
Mm,
And sometimes, and like for me, it sometimes starts with, oh my goodness, I'm frustrated about the fact that I'm frustrated. What
yeah.
does that frustration need me to know and hear right now? Like,
Mhm.
where is that showing up? Where am I noticing it? Oh, I'm noticing it in my shoulders and in my biceps and in my chest. Okay, what would feel good for that? Oh, well, I'm in my office and I don't have a client. It would feel good to do a push up, right? Okay, who cares? I'll do a push up because it'll feel good for a second. And beginning to meet those things with a sense of permission and compassion when it's appropriate, and then beginning to gently work into the nervous system and just let whatever shows up show up.
Hmm. Sounds amazing. And yeah, that's probably what we all need to do is maybe slow it down a little bit, meet things with a little bit more curiosity. We don't have to act on it. I think as you were talking, I was thinking, well, but I've got to do something about it. I've got to do something about this feeling. But if I'm just be with the feeling, then maybe it would be a little bit more effective to manage, especially looking at it in hindsight. And I was like, that's
Mhm.
the way you acted about that. You could have
Yeah.
behaved a whole lot better if I
Mhm.
would have just let it be,
Mhm.
observe it, give it room, give it space,
Mhm.
and not have tried to fix it right away. maybe that would have helped me out a little bit more, especially with the IRS.
Yeah. Or even just accepting the message that it wants you to receive from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I,
Mm.
if if you ever been around little kids or parented little kids, like I can always listen to what they have to say, but I don't have to do it. I can listen to the suggestion to eat a cake for dessert. Doesn't mean we have to do it.
So true. Is there anything you want to say about this topic? I feel like we could probably go on and talk about it for a while, but I know we have a limited time. Anything else you want to say in closing? And then I'll give the audience some information about you and how to contact you.
Sure. If I could make a couple suggestions, one, if folks like to listen to audiobooks or to read, book No Bad Parts by Richard Schwartz can be a really helpful book. It's written for the average everyday human. It's not an academic read. It's also on Audible or on audiobook platforms. My actual preference, I am a reader. I do like a good old paperback every once in a while, but that is one book that I actually enjoy listening to.
Does he narrate it himself?
He narrates some sections of it himself.
Okay, great. I like that
And
one.
there are some listening activities, some other things that are just helpful. There's another book out there called, or it's entitled Listening When Parts Speak, can be been very helpful. Of course, there's a plethora of stuff on the internet. My big caution is just be careful with what's out there. I also have a blog. I blog a little bit on my practice website, leafpsychiatry.com, and I post resources and stuff. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Yeah. leafpsychiatry.com. I post blogs and other resources and my own kind of sometimes bananas and chaotic thoughts for the world to read and see. And a lot of times the stuff I post on there is inspired by what the folks I'm working with are sharing and themes that I'm seeing show up and things I'm finding are helpful for me and for others.
And you also have a Facebook group, right? I have this one. I don't know if that's something that you're active and actively doing.
Yeah. So I have my personal Facebook page, which everybody can jump on there and follow. I think in the next few months here, the goal is to get some like Facebook interaction going and a Facebook group where we can actually continue some of this work in like a less formal kind of digital setting. And I certainly of course, I'm out there on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all the places sharing some thoughts and resources and stuff as I go on this journey with everybody else.
Yes, this is the Instagram. It's at Carter PMHNP. That's Instagram. And then you've also got a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's all at Carter PMHNP. Try to keep it all simple.
That is super cool because it really helps the nervous system to keep things simple.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, yeah. So check Carter out on his social media and also on the website, which is leafpsychiatry.com. Carter is a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And also, I guess you see clients remotely, correct?
I do. I see some folks via telehealth in Hawaii and Arizona, as well as across the state of Michigan, and always happy to chat with folks.
Nice. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tracy. I appreciate it. It was fun.
All right.
Thanks for listening to Calming the Chaos podcast. If you found this podcast interesting or helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. You can also go to www.calmingthechaospodcast.com to listen to all Calming the Chaos podcast episodes. I look forward to sharing my next podcast episode with you. In the meantime, take care.